Alright, we are back with episode 3 of our Let's Play Frostpunk. We've tried to make some changes to the microphone, so hopefully that's coming through a little bit more clearly. And we are going to resume our game. Might take a second to load. There are 4 sources of coal: mines, thumpers, kilns, and outpost depots. So of those 2 things, I prefer mines and depots. So kilns are interesting because they can convert wood into coal, and there are a number of ways to continue to get perpetual wood, like wall drills. There's a ton of wood laying around the depression that the city's in. Like, I spend most of the game collecting wood just from the ground. Okay, so here we are. Let's pause. We have 1 sick person. And our, yikes, look at this. Our infirmary's efficiency is 210%. 1 employee delivers 20% plus 4. We get plus 4 for working near a shrine times 5, so that's 120. Organ transplants are law, is another 20%. And double rations for the sick. So when that's going, that is really kicking out a lot of work here. So let's take a look. It's midnight. We have 10 hours until we get our next law. The Londoners are... We've done everything we can for the Londoners. We are tapped out on coal. We have 41 people coming in under a day, and we have 38 vacant beds. So we only need to build 1 bunkhouse. That's great. What else? Built the snow pit. We could upgrade. Yeah, we can upgrade our tents into bunkhouses. It's going to get colder tomorrow. What else? We can upgrade our steel works to get better steam, or better steel. Yikes. We have our second outpost depot ready to be built, and all of our faith buildings. So right now we are trying to get rid of the Londoners or convince them to stay. We need more steel, and we need to build a bunkhouse and then upgrade the rest of our bunkhouses. All right, let's get back into it. We got to save humanity. Two people are sick. 4 people are sick. See, it just goes up so quickly. 5. And that's because, well, all of our houses are in livable conditions. I just don't know why. I mean, if this is yellow, everyone should have a very low percentage chance of becoming ill, and they're all fed. Hope will fall slightly. So we're going to go with hope will fall slightly. That once again knocked down our tendency on the Londoners. So we're not going... It happened right at the time when the Londoners are going to gain or lose followers. So we're probably losing the ability to really affect their group. Okay, we convinced some of them to stay. So 1 of them is staying. That's fine. Can't get to 16 without getting to 1. Cleric beaten. Captain, a priest was assaulted whilst trying to reassure people disturbed by the Londoners' slogans. We should do something to protect our people. We need the Faith Keepers to secure the streets. So now my law has been determined that I'm going to found the Faith Keepers. That's alright, we'll get some more hope when we build the Faith Keeper building. We're upgrading the range of our generator. We're starting that in 4 minutes. Alright, scouts have returned safely to the city. And now we want our scouts to go... Jeez. Down here to Snowcliff. 2 days. Yikes, that's a long time. Okay, we've got some people down here building our road. Plow through, guys. Plow through. We're going to get our law at 10 o'clock in the morning. There goes the temperature. See, this is so much better. Wow, this gives a 70% bump. That is amazing. That is amazing. Alright, we've got people going to work. You know what? I need my headphones on. How am I supposed to hear what's happening? So much better. Okay. We've got our hothouse kicking along here. 3.2 units of raw food an hour. We're just going to leave people in our... We'll leave workers in our cookhouse and save our engineers for other better industry kinds of things. Alright, we need to build a shrine right here to up our coal production. Here's our faith keepers. It's got to be 10 o'clock then. Faith keepers. And we don't have enough steel, so we need 10 more steel. And now we need to kick up our... See, 8.6. Where is that other worker? Going in treatment. Come on, man. Alright, well, we're going to have to wait. I love waiting. I'm going to build a factory. Because we're going to get some automatons. And we are going to build a depot. Because we are... So now steel is becoming much more important. Everything costs steel now. 8 days here. It's a lot of wood and that's a lot of steel. That's great because we can now upgrade into bunkhouses. Okay, so accept, pause, go back over here. You guys can go to... Okay, I get it. Tesla City. Off you go. Alright, so if we are full up on steel and wood, we don't need people to harvest those resources. And this will be good. We have most of the day. Okay, that's an automaton. So you'll stop doing that. Switch the automaton to there, get the people out of there, and we'll take some of this freshly scavenged wood and steel and we will upgrade all of our tents and build one to grow on, so that when these folks show up, we are still full of... that's crazy. Well, I will build an additional hunter's hangar. Oh, and then we can build the outpost team. Boom. And then we can send our outpost team down here to the coal mine. And then once we reach Tesla City, we're going to be able to set up a place that will give us steam cores every day. Oh, do we have the factory yet? No. 3 hours. That's going to be 1600. So we're up to 200 rations. That's how many people we have. So we have about a day's worth of food. That's good. Oh, our coal is now topped out. Change of heart. Sir, a man was found crying silently in the temple. We approached him to ask if he needed help. He told us he wanted to see you. I thought my faith died long ago, sir, with my wife and daughters in London. I couldn't see any purpose in our new life in the fight for survival. But today I entered the temple and I saw a future for us. Now I'm ready to face it. That's great. That is great. They're down to 16 Londoners, so we got that guy to change his tune. This is going to have to be for coal. And we're just going to, since we have so much wood and so much steel currently, I'm going to build a bunch more of these huts, because we are going to start accumulating coal, and we're going to need to store food rations like it's going out of style. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Ooh, that's getting pretty close to using up the available resource. That's great. That is great. I have a kind of a personal goal that I want to get all the sticks picked up off the ground. 7 people are hungry. That's kind of surprising. Okay, the factory is going to be finished here in a moment. Momentito. Alright, pause. Tech. We are going to build the factory right here. Look at this thing. Boom! And then we need another. This is maxed out. Range upgrade. I don't normally do these insulation boosts. I guess I'm going to go and upgrade our tech level. 6 hours. So we're going to be able to get most of that done today. Let's just pause these. Don't need people walking out there. So this is good. Okay, so it's 1600. Let's pause the factory. Let's assign some workers to the hunter's hut. We want that right off the bat. Now we just need to finish our... Okay, great. Great. So the automaton can keep making coal for us. I wonder if that's the right play. Should we have him be working on steel? No. Probably not. So now at night we can reassign our workers. That is on. Close at this time of day. So that's just during work hours. Definitely want this one. Okay. Oh, no one is working on steel. Okay, well that's fine. And then we can do... And then we'll have 8 people to build, and then these guys are showing up in an hour. So let's double check. We have 19 beds, and we have 40 people showing up. So that's not enough. Temple's pitched in. Okay, so that's... That should be enough housing, I would hope. Okay, so now we're at 200 plus people, and knowing the game the way that I do, we're going to have an influx of refugees before too long, and we need to manage how many people we're trying to save right here. because if you try and, I mean, I hate to say this, but if you try and help everybody in this game, I mean, you better be a really good player. I'm not that good. I mean, I'm not terrible. I mean, I've learned a trick or two, but saving everybody does seem kind of like a milestone achievement. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I hate that we're one person above the cap, so we have to... Okay, so now people are getting sick. Boo. Boo. Okay, so let's take a look. So these houses that we just built, these bunk houses, they are chilly. Let's build the outpost. So here comes 800 coal. On the way. Sweet deal. Sweet gig. Candles for the wicked. Sir, people are no longer troubled by the Londoners' slogans. Group prayers have strengthened our community. Small candles keep appearing under the slogans. People leave them when they pray for the souls of the Londoners. Nice. Nice. Okay, so now I am going to hit that. We need to bump up the efficiency because we are up to 15 people, 17 people who are sick. I blame the newcomers. 18 people that are sick. You just can't keep everybody. I mean, the only way I can think to keep everybody from becoming sick, like to try and make it through the game without any sickness at all, would be to, like, you'd have to have absolutely strict population control. Like, you wouldn't be able to accept like these ragtag bands of people because they're going to come in and be sick. So you can't accept them. And then your medical facilities you'd still have to put the same amount of work into your medical facilities. Now, why did that go down to 170? Oh well, a couple of hours and they'll be... So it's going to be negative 40 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So this is the new normal. Here come our intrepid hunters back. I love these designs of these little, like, zeppelins. Look at this, and they're different. It's not just all the same thing. Like, that one is different than this one, which is different from that one. Like, this game is so cool. I mean, it has just got fun ideas. And, like, one thing that I've always really wanted to, like, I've never written any fan fiction, really, but, like, it seems like there are so many stories to tell in this first game, not even getting into the downloadable content, the DLC. I still gotta build the Faithkeepers building. Like, the journey from London to here, you know, like, what was that like for the people in, you know, that ended up showing up here to New London? I mean, when our scouts that go and find things, like, every single time they go do something like that, that's a story. You know, I just think that it's fascinating. Alright, so this one's going to be food rations. This one's going to be coal. And that one's going to be coal, because we are going to need to bank an absolute ton of coal. So everyone is assigned, except the fact that I still have a bunch of folk unassigned. I have almost 50 people without jobs. So when I have people without jobs, my first thought is go collect food. Like, we need your help. So we got some guys here. Let's build an automaton. Turn on the heater. So ideally, so like one problem that we're going to deal with in a little while is we need coal production. Okay, look. So we've got the Faith Keepers. Our faith will guide us through the ice. Sing brothers, these hymns truly work wonders. We got our new like religious symbol here. Maybe that's a variation of the cross. That could be interesting. Like, this is an interesting story. You know, like the rebirth. What does the rebirth of faith in a frozen post-apocalyptic wasteland look like? I mean, that's kind of a neat thing. Yeah, man, it's got a lot of cool ideas for some fan fiction here. Could not resume production, requires steel. Oh, okay. We have to get up to like 50 steel. 100 steel. Okay. So how we do? Oh, we need to upgrade these, don't we? Yeah. Oh no, no wonder we weren't being able to produce steel the way we wanted to. I'd forgot that we'd upgraded and hadn't actually upgraded the buildings. Oh, Drew, that's like a whole day, man. Bad. Yeah, I get it. We're gonna have bunches of it here in a second. So, good thing that we upgraded our resources, because in 2 hours our outpost team is going to deliver us 800 steel, almost doubling the amount that we currently have. Food for the hungry. Sure, our faith keepers have found someone's illegal stash of food. It's quite big, so they plan to distribute amongst the people in need. But perhaps you'd like it to be used another way. Hope will rise. Hungry will be fed. I'm gonna go with I just want the hope boost, really, to keep knocking down the people who will join the Londoners. There will be no free-thinking folk here. Alright, come on. Heal these people. Less than an hour. It's going to be night soon, so... Come on, guys. So we are facing like a need for steel now, and we have zero discontent. We have zero discontent even with 5 buildings being on over. Why do we have 5 buildings on overtime? So now we don't have any steel, so we can't research anything. So we are. Oh, these buildings are on overtime. Okay, 8.4. That's a nice bump. That is a nice bump right there. Hopefully, we'll be able to get another research started here before the night. Go. Oh, can't. Could do a wall drill. Might not be bad to get a permanent source of wood. Alright, so now steel should be really cooking along. We've got 8.4, 8.4, 16.8 an hour. Okay. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Because we're going to want to build automatons, and they cost 100 steel, 100 wood, 50 coal, and a core. So that's expensive, but I mean, I think they're worth it. Ultimately, my goal, let's kick up the speed, is to staff all of these like permanent buildings. This isn't a permanent building. We'll have to get rid of it. Cold homes. I'm not going to address it. Sorry. I want them all staffed. We can actually put another coal mine down here. That's probably not a bad idea. And we'll pause this. I want robots working essential buildings. Like, I would prefer the robots, or the automatons, I'm sorry, work our hothouse all the time. And I prefer that they work like our mines and that kind of stuff, so that they're 24/7. Even if it's not at a good efficiency, we can increase those efficiencies. 211. I thought I told you to go faster. And now people are sick again. People abandon the Londoners. Good news is, by the time he's just going to be healed overnight, so okay, we get another law. And I think I'm going to go with the House of Healing, because, let's see, the faithful working in the House of Healing will not only heal the sick, but also pray for them, giving them hope. After introducing this law, okay, the House of Healing doesn't require engineers, treats the gravely ill, and gives all patients a small hope bonus. So, plus it's something that we can build relatively easily. Oh, that's a little bit too large. I don't want to put it over here where my houses go. That's a real shame. This thing is gigantic. Alright, we'll pause this too. But he'll be... It's like he didn't even really get sick because... 3 hours, it's not even going to be the whole night. And now that we're able to... So this is like... This house is what? 10 people? Oh, good. They're all filled up. This will house like another 10 people, and like 20 sick people at a time is about the maximum that I typically see. So I don't think that we're going to have too much problem housing people. Food theft. Someone has stolen 25 rations from the stockpiles. People are saying it was the Londoners gathering supplies for their journey. It seems this ridiculous idea of leaving for London is gaining traction. Well, we are knocking it down. So, everyone just relax. May retrieve the food. Discontent will rise. Seems like that's a pretty easy choice. Kick it up again. Got our scouts are pretty close to their destination. Bing, bing. Another huge hope boost. Let's see if the temple offers us another choice. Oh, so we're down to 8 Londoners. We'll unplug we'll start the building here. And this one. So ideally, I'd like to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 automatons up and going at a time. Tesla City. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold, reads the slogan over the entrance to Tesla City. A central tall tower, shines with the blue glow of electric discharges, which form a protective dome over the town. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets, and the stench of burned flesh taints the air. We saw a lightning streak from the tower, hitting the building and leaving a gash in its roof. Risk entering the city, stay away from the city. Let's risk. We've seen a thing or two in our lives, but nothing has ever frightened us as much as this blasted lightning. Until we figure out how to switch it off, that is. Now we'll be able to establish an outpost here. So our scouts did not die, so we're going to go to the fishing village. And since we know that we can establish an outpost, we want to go over here, click on this, build a team, send them to Tesla City, and we'll start getting steam cores. And then that'll help in our automaton production. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock. Now that steel's just going to keep rolling in. Look at those numbers, they're just skyrocketing. Boom. By ones. Ones and twos. We're going to make the House of Healing. Get our mine up and running at some point. We're getting about the right amount of food. We're still a little shy of the break-even point. Okay, so here's this thing. Okay, another hope boost. Okay, we've got scouts at the snow cliff. We're going to get wood, rations, and steam cores. Refugees from Winterhome. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. Ooh. He tried to impose order using force. See, that's what we didn't want to do that. Plenty of people disgruntled deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. We get 55 wood, a core, and 98 food rations. And we are going to go, I think there, yep. We're going to go down here to the Shrouded Cave. Maybe. There we go. Back to the city. We got the wall drills researched. Let's see. We can get an industrial hothouse. We can upgrade. So this produces 240 coal a day. And if we upgrade to steam coal mines, we can get to 600 a day. Let's upgrade the efficiency of the generator so we're using 10% less coal. So that will be 75 coal a day that we will be saving. And we're still trying to get to that elusive 100 steel number. We got 800 coal coming here in at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we can build a wall drill. So if I build a wall drill here, I ruin any chance that we can collect on that wood. But if I build one here, I don't destroy any resources. And so just for the first one at least, I'm just going to build that one right here, and I'm just going to extend our road over there. Faithkeepers will gather our people together and lead them in a procession. Discontent will fall and the procession starts at midnight. Well, we don't need discontent to fall. It's a good thought. Okay, we can staff this after we build our wall drill. So the city is humming right along. I'm going to build an automaton first, and then I'm going to staff our buildings, and then I'm going to build another hunter's hut. Do we have any patience in here? Nope. Sure does seem like a waste of people. See, that's the other thing. Like, if you, this has 10 people in it working it. We're out of steel. Oh, right, because we made enough to get the automaton, so that's up and running. So we're our first self-built automaton is on the way. And now we need to save up some more steel because we're going to run out. We're going to need another technology. Another 17 steel an hour, basically. Oh, look, it's going to get colder in 4 days. -60. So we will want to upgrade to houses. So now I'm not gonna mess around with, we need to research houses to be able to build them, and then we need to be able to have enough wood and steel, okay, pause, in order to make sure we can get all of our bunkhouses upgraded to houses. Survivors, and it looks like kids. Oh boy. Oh no. Children's hideout. Little survivors. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night, their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they're going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems these kids were evacuated in time, but things in their city got real ugly. So this time, I just can't, I don't have the heart to like leave these kids here, so I'm just going to have the scouts bring them back home. So, and then we'll have this frozen grove out here ready to be figured out. And if you read these journals, you can get some, like, a little bit behind the, we talked to the children, they said, oh, I guess it's just the same thing. Okay, anyways, waiting. Let's explore the fishing village. No place for the weak, says every fishing village ever. The village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla's a madman. He casts all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. So you can only have 2 outposts, but you have the opportunity to get 4 different outposts. You could have wood, coal, steam cores, or food, and this is the food one. And I just don't care. I mean, like, we should be able to make enough of our own food. So we will retrieve, I don't know what that little circle with the, alright, we're gonna, so now, instead of going back to, we're just going to keep going. We're going to go to the research station. There's a bunch of these little dots over here we haven't seen yet. So we're going to kind of domino that. Get that taken care of. Make this road, make this road. I don't know why it's taking all day. Come on, you've got 20 people. 20 people. 3.6 an hour, killing it. Alright, so let's, I don't know that this setup really requires a shrine. Yeah, it's making some good progress. Making good progress. Good. See, look, I mean, this is just amazing. Like 10 an hour. Okay. Automaton 1, new automaton. The Saint Midlander. God, they just have some great names. Just some awesome names. So we're gonna turn this off. We're gonna put our new automaton straight to work mining coal in our third coal mine. And what else do we want to do? Well, I'd love to have more coal. It's almost nighttime. Other than the wall drill, nothing is being built. Less than an hour, that's good. So 1800, that's finishing up. Okay. So we are currently mining coal with 2 automatons 24/7. I don't think that's a bad idea. We're almost to houses. 309 rations. So now we're finally ahead of the curve. So even if everybody eats tonight, we'll have 60 rations, and that's like 25. That's 25%. I could knock out that discontent. It's just not hurting us though. Alright, let's kick the speed up here. We are going to, so like, okay, we're down to 7 Londoners. Okay, stop. Build an outpost. Boom. Steam core to be delivered. TBD. So building the temple is really critical for getting rid of the Londoners, because like the temple just convinces them to stop being Londoners. Okay, we're at the research station. Inside the ransack station, we found Tesla's audio diary. A voice speaks. All observed changes, the sun's dimming, volcanic ash, could not have caused such cooling. Well, what if the huge quake of 1887 in Patagonia was an asteroid strike? There's shouting, crashes, and then silence. Numerous tracks lead from the door towards the mountains. And we get a bunch of wood, 2 more cores, and a bunch of steel. So I'm going to come down here to the corridor. So that's kind of an interesting idea, right? Like, late 1800s, we don't have the internet. We don't even... Do we even have phones? Yeah, I think we do. You know, but not great phones, not like phones that like you instantaneously call across the world and have a clear connection. It's, you know, I'll call you tomorrow at 6 p.m., be by your phone, you know, and maybe that works. Another theft. Captain, the Londoners are stealing again. They've taken 36 food rations from the stockpile. People are angry that the Londoners are putting their crazy idea before the needs of the city. I hear ya. We're going through something similar. So we're going to ask the Faith Keepers for help. That's why they're there. Stop slowing down my game. Our Faith Keepers did well. They got the goods back, but more importantly, they caught one of the thieves. Now we can put an end to the stealing. They're asking, well, we're going to banish him. Still no one's died, but we did banish one guy. Hard to imagine he lives. But we didn't kill him, so it's okay. So it's alright. 5 o'clock. Down to 5 Londoners. We've still got 6 days to get rid of them all. Alright, what do we want to do here? We can build another automaton. We're going to do that. Got to keep, like, I want people to keep working and accrue resources, but I don't want to have to, like, build a ton of things in order just to house the resources we currently have. Oh, we don't have the... So we're going to get that steam core in 7 hours. Okay. Well, let's do... We have a bunch of stuff. Let's take everybody out of wood production and build our houses. Okay. So, first things first, let's get overdrive couplings. And then let's start building houses so that when 35 and 25, so we can do like 4 of them. 5, 6. That was weird. Alright, we can't build anything there, so you guys gotta come out. Okay. Explore. A triumph of engineering. We marvel at the thick slabs of ice that have been crushed and swept aside by the American dreadnought Hephaestus. Soon we might be able to learn how it managed to accomplish such feats. We can see a huge silhouette in the distance, which might be its sister ship, Prometheus. See, like, we're not going to be able to solve that mystery, unfortunately, during the course of this game, but I would love to be able to dive into what that would have looked like. Like, could the people of this city have made it and, you know, figured out how to get those 2 dreadnoughts back? And, like, okay, so what do you do with the dreadnoughts? Are they mobile cities? Like, you know, do you go and you try and reclaim Winterhome? I mean, some interesting takes. So much fun stuff to do out here in the frozen wasteland. So the reason why we upgrade the tents to bunkhouses and the bunkhouses to houses is because they give better insulation. So like right now these are toasty warm, right? But these are over here are chilly. So now it's livable. See, that's the reason we upgrade, is so that, you know. Okay, we can get another law. I really don't think we want any of this stuff. I don't want that either. So every hour, basically, we're getting enough material to upgrade a bunkhouse to a house. And so I like to. I mean, we've got 70 people helping. and a bunch of kids just sitting around not doing anything. Two hours, 3 hours, okay. I mean, I'd love it if people were out there, like, you know, collecting wood and stuff like that, but I like it more knowing that they're not going to freeze to death and then be like little balls that we have to go put in the snow pit. Okay, overdrive couplings is passed. What else? We can streamline our automatons. Oh, that means they are cheaper to make. I want the efficiency upgrade. We're going to need them. So, like, the reason I didn't do that is because in order to get, like, so if you reduce the cost by, like, 20 wood and, like, 25 something else, like, you need to build 5 automatons to get, like, effectively 1 more back. And, like, that's all I'm going to be making, so I don't know that the 6th one is really, you know, worth it, quote unquote. So, okay. Okay. Sir, an engineer is asking for a day off to study the automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learn how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I take a closer look at any machine, I could adjust it to improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? Carrying on with the project. So we dedicate 1 engineer to try and figure out how to make our automatons better. So we got coal coming in an hour. We got our core. We have a bunch of cores and a bunch of wood coming back. That'll tap us out. More wood and another core and food and kids. So let's check our economy. We have 0 vacant beds. So when these 34 kids show up, that's 4 houses we have to make. Lame. We're up to 400, about 2 days worth of food. I mean, like, I don't know that I really need the population to get much bigger. I mean, maybe 275. Seems like a stretch. Okay, we're just going to keep upgrading our houses. Because this sucks, you know, -60. I've honestly, so like, I live in Michigan, and we have, it gets cold here, but we're surrounded by lakes, so we have, you know, warmer air moving through the overwhelming majority of our state, and the state is low. Like, we don't have, like, mountains and that kind of thing throughout most of the state, so you know, it doesn't get frigid here, you know, but like, I went to work in Minnesota for a couple of weeks some years back, and I remember walking out of my hotel and literally, like, my body tried to curl up into a ball while I was standing because it was so cold. I mean, that's cold. So, and it was like -30, -25 or something at 6 a.m. on that day, and I was in, like, khakis and a button up, and then I had, like, my winter jacket on. But, you know, the cold did not care. So, alright, so we are paused. Automaton integration researched. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can do power upgrade. We might as well do that. Because we're going to need our generator to really be able to pump out a ton of power. You know, to be honest, I don't know that we can get it to do too much. Like, at some point, we're going to have to hold it back. You know, like, it's going to be a real problem. So, if you'll notice, our efficiency got bumped up to 70% thanks to our integration. We're going to get a new law here. Like, I just got a new law, but I'm not actually going to cast one because I think we're doing really well, and like anything else that we do at this point will just be kind of storyline driven as opposed to actually helping us win the game. Just my thoughts. Okay, so yeah, we got 24 people who are homeless. That's a bummer. So you can see them running around, all the kids, and so they're going to get sick. Like, it's chilly right here. Let's turn that on. All right. So this is the overdrive coupling. Like, you can do this like over the course of the game. I just traditionally don't. Okay, 2 people. We abandon the Londoners. But like, this is a way to get some extra heat out of the generator for a while without using coal. But if that little red thing gets all the way to the top, the thing blows up and you just lose the game. So you really got to pay attention. You can't afford to pay it no mind. Okay, so we should win. We should beat the Londoners tomorrow. Okay, so what else can we do? We can staff these. Nope, don't need to do that now. Everyone stop. Just kidding. Alright, pause. So, you are coming back over here. Alright. Okay, lots and lots of wood. So, let's keep upgrading our houses. So now, when you upgrade anything on the generator, whether it's the range or the power level, it automatically kicks the generator into whatever that setting is. So if you upgrade to level 2 and you're at 2, now you're heating 2 levels of the community at power level 2. That changes how much you consume on a per day basis. So right now we're generating almost 1,900 coal a day, and we're using 640 coal a day. So that is a decent ratio that you can maintain. Like, we're gaining, for future use, But and like, so we have about a week's worth right now, and we're gonna get 800 in about 6 hours. So you know what we could do? We do have another resource depot. And then we will just keep upgrading houses until we can't anymore. Okay, doing it. We're doing it. And you might be saying, Drew, build the new houses. Stop upgrading the old ones. Yeah, I hear you. That's a legit thing. I mean, it's already 11. I don't want those kids to stay out in the cold, and we are going to have to dedicate some of those resources to continuing to upgrade our research. So yeah, there's a point there. However, if those kids die, they quit eating our food. Saying, like, it's a real thing. We got a steam core incoming. So we've got 6 steam cores with the 7th on the way. It's a new house. That's good. You know, I don't know that everybody needs to be building still. There we go. So I just did upgrade to double heaters, I believe. I'm doing that right now. So when that happens, our coal production, our coal usage is going to skyrocket. And there's some things we can do to kind of cut down on it, but it's going to skyrocket. And when we get to negative 60, even like this close, our cookhouse and maybe our hothouse aren't going to work anymore. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'll be able to propose specific modifications that will raise the performance permanently. Alright, we'll give you an automaton if you can make them better. Alright, raving lunatic, we'll give you a precious robot. Alright, so let's... Oh, you guys are cooking right along. Okay, so let's get you guys going. Build that. So this will knock it down to 24. That's 14. So 1, 2 more, and we will be all done. You build about 1 an hour, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna put that for coal. Still in the red. So once I get this house done, oh my god. Well, we need to keep building the houses. That's not negotiable. Maybe we can find something cheap to research that's not entirely 100% necessary. Maybe this insulation? Of course not. Huh. Good luck, everybody else. Well, I guess we're chilling. Yeah. All right, we're chilling. Gotta get the house. Tired of sick people. Okay, we'll just pump this up. This is the automaton that they're just experimenting on, I guess. So I guess, no, that doesn't make any sense. I guess I can take this guy out of here down to 1 Londoner. You can turn that off. 2 coal an hour. So look at this. Look at this. Our production is down. So like I took this guy out of here. Our production is down to 1,000. We only make 30 additional coal a day. That's crazy. Crazy. Alright, let's see if we can find something here. Okay. I'm probably just going to wait. Crazy. And that's how it goes. Millions of people live in this foes. Alright. So I'd like to keep building automatons so we can build a lot. We need a lot of resources to do that. Oh! We got him! Alright. We are united. The last of the lenders have finally seen the folly of their plan. No one wants to leave the city anymore. We've won a hard-fought victory over fear and despair. The tragedy of Winterhome crushed our hope, but not our spirit. We now stand united once again, stronger than ever, in the face of an uncertain future. Well done, everybody. So now we don't need to continue to check our faith buildings. In fact, I don't know if we can we might be able to just cash them in at some point. Wow. So we have like max hope and no discontent. That's pretty good. Okay. So now we're at 6. Our steel should start going up again. I think we've got everybody, all the houses are upgraded. Yeah. Ooh. So I am going to build one steam hub, let's say. Probably want to get as many houses as I can. Right here. And we'll just do this during work hours. So let's check this wall drill. This is 11.2 wood an hour. So it's better than a regular old sawmill. Oh, okay. That is good. Getting close to that 75 steel. That's going to let us kick our research up again. We're going to go for another level of technology. Okay, let's do that. And it's going to take 7 hours, so 5 o'clock. So maybe we should save up some more. Wow, we're up to steam level 3? Really? Let's take this down to 2. It's not neg 60 yet. Everybody's still fine. Got some people healing up. Plenty of food. You don't have to build all these sawmills. Like, I just do that to ensure that we have, like, that we never run out of wood, and like I just want to pick up all these little sticks off the ground so that in case we do want to build something, we have all the space we ever need. Down to 2 people who are sick, and they're done in less than an hour. That's good. Scouts are about to kick off here. Another steam core coming in. Wood. Take resources. And that is the last spot on the west side of the map. So now I'm going to get these guys to come back. They're going to come back in about a day. And then they're going to, if these guys don't already finish it off, they're going to come over here and help. Like, look for stuff. Because looking for stuff is great. Okay, so what's this? Give him a steam core. So that guy wants to Our scientist working on the automaton project wants a steam core to try and see if his ideal will work. Build those. Oh, so we are up to 275 people. We got another 800 coal coming in 30 minutes. $5 days worth of coal, 2 days worth of food. Alright, so for whatever reason, the one in the middle got made first. That'll be for coal. This will be for wood. No gatherable materials in range. Bully, let's knock it down. So we just got to pick up this little bit over here. I'm going to go for an additional scout team because in the end game, there's like a little challenge that the game tries to make for you, and I'd like to get through it all at least once. Okay, so that outpost, that sawmill will work on the last of the available. So I guess what we don't need anymore is this little patch. Let's do food rations. Additional scouts. There's no one in here. There's no one in here. This building doesn't need to be made. So it's going to be -60 for 1-2 days, and then it's going to warm right back up. Thank goodness. Make the road and go to sleep. Make the road and go to sleep. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. We don't need people getting sick. So the temple is still influencing Londoners to stop being Londoners. Thank goodness. Can't have that philosophy coming back to hurt us. So lots of coal. Wood is looking pretty solid. Steel's looking like we have enough to keep going, doing what we want to do. I'd like to increase our steel production again. Oh, one person's sick. Neat. How? I want to know how. Everyone's livable. Everyone is fed. We just rolling like ones on our D20s here, folks. What's going on? 2 people. Edith and Margaret. Were you guys the ones that weren't eating? James, John, stop it. This is ridiculous. See, I'm convinced that if you advance time, you just get like worse rolls or whatever it is. Whatever determines that these people end up actually getting sick. Okay, we'll turn the building back on for hopefully our last sawmill. What is this? Unexpected guests. Captain, a group of exhausted survivors has reached our city. From their frantic explanations, we know they've come a great distance, and many of them died on the way. The phrase "doom is coming" keeps being repeated, and they say many more refugees are following them. They're begging for you to help them. We will help them. Some of them. So now I have to build another house. Stop being needy. So now it's even more cold. What is this? Okay, we're still doing it. We're hanging on. Additional scouts are about to kick off. I'm just going to get our last level of technology, and then we can kind of pick and choose what we need to do with it. Available, well, I don't need to heat it then if it's a bunch of wood. Okay. This will be done at 6 at night, and the remainder of the game is available to us. This is still like 11 days. I don't even know if the game, I don't know that we can even do that. Hunter's Hangar. Keep getting that food. $67, $69, $70 people. Calculating genius. The Dreadnought is stripped of useful machinery, but its hulk contains enough steel to justify establishing an outpost here. On the bridge, we found a log with Tesla's last orders. Transfer all supplies and able-bodied survivors aboard Hephaestus. Take the amputees only if you have the prosthetics to make them useful. What kind... Oh, that's a steel... outpost. That makes sense. Well, we don't really... I mean, that would be great, but I mean... I think we're all right on steel. Steam cores and coal, I think, are better. Huge success. Sir, the automaton project is complete. Automatons can now be produced at lower cost and used in medical facilities. We learned to modify the automatons with precision attachments, allowing them to work on the most fragile thing we know of, the human body. Can you imagine this, like, 4-story robot down there on the operating table with these little tiny appendages operating on you? Holy cow. It also turns out we can remove some non-essential parts. Automatons can be used in medical facilities. The cost of automatons fall by 5%. Cool, let's take a look at what they cost now. 95 steel, 95 wood, 47 coal, and a steam core. Okay, I mean, every little bit helps. This is kind of the goal, right? So hopefully we've got our houses. What is this? Storage in your capacity. Not for that much longer. Okay, we'll get another hangar's hut going. I suppose I could house. I suppose I could. We're almost done with this research upgrade, and then we can really start to sink our teeth into tailoring the city to what we think it's going to require. We have no sick people. No one's hungry. No one has died. We're 3 weeks. And think about this, everybody. We built this city from nothing in 3 weeks. That's amazing. So, okay, we are full up on wood, so we are going to stop that production. Okay. Oh, we have an automaton in there. Engineer automatons. We can upgrade that. We're going to go for absolute scout speed right now, because we're going to be racing here in a second. Why are you guys not making... Okay, I'm making an executive decision. Pause. You guys are coming out during the overnights. I don't need you in there, and I don't need you in here. Let's run steel all night long and then switch back to humans. Found some wood. Take that. Come down here to the ruined house thing. We're 20% away from the boosted sleds. Just need steel now. It's our worst resource currently. Resolve the situation with the incoming refugees. Well, their first ones are going to be here in about 12 hours. Really got, looks like 10 and a half an hour. It's not bad. Explore frozen supplies. Grab some stuff. Go down here. Grab these guys and send them here. $327 rations. Well, we'll get that. We'll get that other hothouse going. Turn you on. Staff you, and then maybe that'll help. 4th hunter's hut, 2nd hothouse. You know what? All right, and then no, not this. We'll make a steam hub. Right there, and we'll just pause that until tomorrow morning. Oh, it's already 5. Well, we'll unpause it. Doesn't look like it's only 5. Okay, so now, okay. So, pause. We'll take the automatons out. Staff these things with humans to get a benefit from the shrine. Put our automatons back into the wood production. Pause. We've reached, okay, so we are going to send them to this hideout. This will be for wood. We could also get the next, oh shoot. 3 levels that's going to go down. So it's going to go up to 40, down to 70. Ugh. Alright, let's make another automaton. It's not staff? Alright. Throw you in here. Put you guys in there too, I guess. Oh. Nothing to do there. So we'll send these guys back to the city. 16 hours. Hopefully we'll see how much that cuts this down when we get our boosted scout sleds. I'm hoping we can just kind of rapidly produce some automatons here. We're going to go to the end of the night tonight. We'll call that an episode, but hopefully we'll be able to get some automatons going so we can have some of these, like our hot houses going like around the clock. And I got some really bad news for these refugees. Steam Corps coming. 70. Yeah. That's a lot. Running from the storm, a huge crowd of people has reached our city. Many of them are sick. They say that some kind of enormous weather anomaly is coming our way, and they'll die without our help. We'd never survive it. Thank our lucky stars that the polar explorer Nansen warned us about the disaster and told us to evacuate. Please let us in. Everyone's welcome. 70 people, 30 of them ill, will enter the city. Discontent will rise. Only the healthy ones, 40%, will enter the city. Discontent will rise slightly. Send them on their way. Hope will fall. Well, sorry. If hope falls, we can just have a sermon. I mean, that puts us up to 350 people, and there's another group of 70 on the way. That would put us at 420, and we're just not set up to help all those people. Unfortunately. I would love to help everybody. I really would. Yeah. Now how these people... Okay. So that did cut down on the time. So what's the... Advanced Steelworks? Let's do that. $7 hours. So we can get that done today. That's awesome. 2 days worth of food. Scouts are really cooking right along. Steam Corps and some more coals on the way. And these poor schlubs. Sorry, schlubs. So we are going to make another automaton. 3.6. Come on, everybody. Heal. Heal more quickly. Okay, 2 in the afternoon. I'm going to kick up the time here a little bit. Nothing much is going on. We're just doing it. We're just making stuff. Pause. They found survivors. A few tired men. As we approach the cave, the inhabitants pull out rifles and take positions behind the walls, barring the entrance. They are in bad shape, weak from malnourishment. Talk to them. Attack them. Let's attack them. It turns out that these rifles were not loaded. The Americans fought to the end, but they were so weak they had no chance. We found Tesla's body inside the cave, and we buried them there along with his killers. So that was nothing. Go to the frozen pond. You guys didn't have any resources? Some technology, maybe? Come on. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Alright. Stop. Steelwork's done. Food shelter. Flying hunters. Hot house. I don't even know what that is. House insulation. Yep. Get our absolute. We already have a bunch of houses. If we can get them up another level of insulation, that's like another 10 degrees that they can withstand from the cold. And so we're going to get negative 70 here for too long. Explore the outpost. Searching the shack, we found plenty of valuable supplies, a bunch of wood and some raw food. And then we're going to send you back to the city. And then we're going to have our last scouts hit. Pause. Explore. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Wrecked vehicle. 7 hours to get to that. So we got 1 more hour and then we'll call it a day. Alright, we are day 23. It's going to warm up tomorrow. We're building automatons. We're so close. We're going to get a bunch of those. We've almost done scouting Frostland. We're going to turn away some more refugees. And then we're going to see what the game looks like in the final stages. So, thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. See you next time.